Okay, so we're moving on to the proofs for exercise 7.4. So I'm going to try to give you as many hints as I can. Hopefully you also looked over the chapter. Hurley does a really good job of giving you hints as well. Okay, so looking at the first problem, my eyes automatically go to that first one, and my brain says exportation. So let's just do exportation and see what happens. Okay, so that's just first line. Of course, now that I'm looking at it, it's not in the right order. Okay, so I can get S2R, but not from 3, and I don't, the K is not in the right spot either, so let's tweak this a little bit here. What if we take the first line and we do a COM? Apparently there's a fire somewhere. Okay, now that I've done the COM for line 1, now we'll do exportation. Now that I've done exportation, I can easily just use modus ponens, and I'm there. Okay, so what I just showed you is on line 3, I didn't have it in the right arrangement. I kind of jumped the gun, but there's nothing wrong with line 3. It's still a valid argument. I still got it completely legal. Okay? Now line 4, I switched it around so I could fix the problem, and then I just kept on going. Okay? So a lot of times you're going to end up doing a line, just figure it out and keep going. Maybe you just need to do a simple COM. Okay, for the second one, my brain is just screaming tautology. This F or F makes no sense. This F dot F, why do we need all this? So let's just clean it up. So line 1 is a lot simpler now. Line 2, it's just not F. Okay, and now looking at line 3 and 4, yeah, we know exactly what to do. We'll just do 3 and 4 a modus tollens, and we're there. Sometimes it's just amazing if you start cleaning things up how much more clear it will be. Okay, so here we need G, horseshoe, not E, and we're given 2 conditional statements. So we have 2 horseshoes to deal with. And looking at this, I feel like trans is where we're going to end up going. So if we do trans of line 1, so that will just end up being not E, horseshoe, not G. Then our not E's will line up, but now we're going to end up with H and then not G. That's not exactly what we wanted. And by the way, we're back up to the idea of HS, so the hypothetical syllogism is what I want to use. But it's just not lining up the right way. So what if we do a trans, so you get not E, horseshoe, not H, so 2 trans. And of course, if we clean that up, you just end up with E, not H, so 4 double negative. Okay, so if we take line 1, which is G, horseshoe, E, and then if we take line 5, which is E, horseshoe, not H, those get canceled out, and then we'll end up with G, horseshoe, not H. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what we'll do. So we'll end up with G, horseshoe, not H, and we'll use line 1 and 5, HS. So again, I'm just showing you that if you do the wrong line first, just try the other line. It's totally fine to work things out over here on the side. If it helps you, great. Okay, so number 4, we're given a triple bar. So first thing we got to do is go to material equivalence. So in a situation like this, you may want to try both of them. So we'll end up with that one being the first one. So that's just line 1, and that's going to be equivalence. And then if we were to do line 1 again and do the other one, we'd end up with that. Now, which one am I going to use? I don't actually know right now, but at least I have them both out here. Okay, so now looking at this, I have a not S. So right away, my brain's thinking, probably this one's going to work best. Because with this one, I can do this. We'll do Q, S, dot, S, Q. So we'll do a 3, com. And then we'll do a QS, so we'll simplify. And then we'll use line 2 and 6 with a modus tollens, and that will give me my not Q. And that's it. Okay, so now we're going to a little bit harder ones. So we have S to L dot M, and then we have the M to L horseshoe R. So right away, I'm thinking there's a repetition here that's going to help me. So I'm seeing the L dot M here, which is fine. And then I'm seeing M horseshoe L here. And I know if I use exportation on line 2, I can make it so it's a lot more similar. And then ultimately we can use HS. So if we take line 2 and we apply it, we end up with, by the way, apply it, I mean exportation, M.L to R. Okay, that's really close to what I need. I just need to tweak it a little bit here. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So if you look at it, you have S, L dot M, and then over here you have L dot M to R. These two are going to cancel each other out. You're just going to end up with S to R. So we're going to use line 1, and we're going to use line 4, and we're going to do our HS. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so we have A triple bar K, so we automatically know we can do equivalence. Well, that's not right. Forgot to flip them. Okay, that could be, but remember with equivalence we have another option as well. That's looking more like it. So if you look back over, seems like we already have this worked out for us, and we have this worked out for us. So the odds are we're going to end up using this second one down here. Okay, so now we got to ask ourselves, how are we going to get there? So let's go back over here. So we have F or G. Look at that. It's already being repeated again. We have F or G. We have F or G. I believe we're going to have a constructive dilemma coming up. So what we need to do... Oops, wrong color. What we need to do is conjunct line 1 and 2 together. And honestly, we just need to do 3 and 4 now and do CD. So that's 1 and 2. We conjunct those two together. And then when we do 3 and 4 with CD, we end up with a dot K or not A dot not K. And then we just do equivalence of line 5. And we're there. Okay, so try to use these little hints. Always try to look for patterns whenever you have a conclusion that's a triple bar. Just over on the side, do both of them, and then look back and ask yourself which one's more likely. Okay, hope this helps.